Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dangerous Darrin podcast. My name is Darrin Pfeiffer. I am the drummer for the band Goldfinger, and I'm joined by my very good friend, my partner in crime, my life partner, TS.
Wow, life partner, that's huge.
I know, I kind of sprung it on you, TS. You're my life partner.
But here we are.
But here we are together in life. So really, it's not that much of a stretch. Like, you're actually my life partner. Like, you're my partner in life. Like, here we are, living life, and you're my partner. So that's not that off, really.
No, not really.
We go way back, though. We go back to Buffalo, New York, where we were born and raised and lived and lived our dreams, but we got out. Like, Buffalo's like a Venus flytrap, TS, as you know. If you don't get the fuck out, you're stuck, and you're like a fly going, get me out of here.
It's glue. You're stuck in the glue, and you get eaten alive.
Yeah, you have a shitty job at Dunn Tire. You are married and or divorced 4 or 5 times.
Thrice.
you are at least 40 or 50 or 60 or 100 pounds overweight. You make maybe $40,000 a year. You have Bills and Sabre season tickets.
If you're lucky.
You eat every single day at Del Taco. Not Del Taco, that's California. Taco, was it Mighty Taco?
The Mighty Taco.
Or Pizza Hut or Duff's Wings or Anchor Bar Wings. It's just an awful place to live.
If something is not fried in your diet daily, then you're doing it wrong.
So gross. Yeah, but we spend a lot of time in Buffalo skateboarding, hanging out, and I'm glad that you're joining me on my podcast, TS, because there's a lot of things in life that you know a lot about. You know a lot about music, you know a lot about pop culture, you know a lot about politics, and you're also in the medical marijuana world. You probably know more about marijuana than Snoop Dogg, probably. I mean, if you had to say, like, if it was a Snoop Dogg TS race, who would win as far as marijuana knowledge?
I think I would put him to the test.
Really? You think you would?
I think so. I might not have the linguistics and the flow of Snoop Dogg, but I have the knowledge and the wisdom.
So you would have the facts and the figures.
I've got the facts and the figures. And anything else, it's right there online.
Who do you think would outsmoke the other person, you or Snoop? Like, if it came down to actual joints and blunts, like actual buds. Because I know you're into the vaping and the oils and the edibles and the other stuff. Like, but if it came down to like rolling joints and smoking them, who would outlast? Who would fall asleep first?
I'd be up all night, smoking and drinking too.
We have to find a way to make this work out. We seriously have to find a way to get
smoke
you and
out.
Snoop in the same room.
You know, everybody's a winner in a bong Olympics.
All joking aside, though, this is something that you're extremely passionate about, like the culture, the science, and the economy of medical marijuana, recreational marijuana. This is something that you've spent a great deal of time researching.
I've seen the evolution of the industry through Los Angeles over the years. Ever since when I first moved here, I actually voted for medical marijuana in 1996.
Wow.
I actually registered to vote.
Just so you could
vote so I could vote for the medical marijuana initiative.
I don't care about politics, but I really want to legalize marijuana legislation. So I'm going to go fill out paperwork.
I filled out the paperwork and voted for the first time in California.
Well, from 96 to where we are now in 2015-16, we're actually closer than we've ever been with Colorado and Washington. And how long do you think before California, being a very conservative state, is added to the list of states? Because I think it'll be 3 and then 5 and then 7 and then the list is going to go on as the years roll on. But how long before California falls?
I think we're as close as we ever have been. I think in the next election, if it actually is on the ballot, that it should go through. We missed it by 2%.
Really?
Maybe 3% vote.
So actually closer than ever, like
closer than ever.
Wow.
We lost by 2 or 3%.
Well, the foot is in the door, so to speak. The proverbial foot is in the door because medicinal marijuana is, of course, legal in California, right?
Yes.
Am I right? So
You
if
are
I'm ever
right.
wrong,
You
cut
are
me
right.
off and tell me, Darrin, you're full of
I'll
shit.
let
You're
you
wrong.
know.
Okay. So medicinal marijuana is wrong. Is legal here. People can get it if they have a problem with sleeping or anxiety, or if the color red doesn't suit them, they can get a card. And
They can get their card and
or whatever, like you can get. I mean, it's so easy to get a card. It's like ridiculous. So that the people in charge in California, the legislators must think to themselves, it's only a matter of time. It has to just be a matter of time before they look at Colorado's numbers and they look at Washington's numbers and go, God, we have way more people than they have. If we did the math and transposed their profits to what California could do, wouldn't it be kind of ridiculous? Wouldn't it be in the billions?
It's really the fat cats that are going to push it through when the bean counters of the world get down to it and figure out that they can tax you 20% every time you go to buy a joint. Then that money just adds up.
So I'd say maybe 5 to 10 years before the 405, the 10, and the 101 are paved in gold.
We could have done this 10 years ago and everything would be paved in gold by now. But
how long before I never have to pay rent because I'm making so much money on recreational marijuana taxes? That's what I want to know.
Soon. We're almost there.
Well, I can't. Well, I don't smoke, TS. I stopped smoking. Oh, cheers! By the way,
cheers.
we are every single Dangerous Darrin podcast featuring my good buddy TS is sponsored by Canadian Club Whiskey.
That Canadian.
I don't know if you can hear the ice in the
Club.
glass, but I just like
Smooth.
it's not very good whiskey, and I hope the Canadian Club people don't hear this, but it's a really damn good mixing whiskey. You got some ginger ale in there, but if you sip, certain whiskeys are better than others as far as sipping. You know what I mean? And I have sipped whiskeys, and I'm like, damn, that's really good. Like, you can't sip Jack Daniels. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's the premium mixing whiskey.
Jack
Canadian
Daniels
Club
makes me
is a
angry.
middle of the road mixing whiskey, and it's affordable and it's delicious, and it has the word Canadian in it. And I'm half Canadian, so I'm going to drink it.
Well, cheers.
Okay, cool. All right, that's great. I don't know if we can drink on a podcast, but we're doing it. But they can't prove that we're not drinking water. There's no
That's
way.
true.
There's no cameras here
my
right now.
creative license.
But yeah, that's my whiskey of choice. And I like drinking beer, but if I'm going to drink a drink, I'm going to drink a whiskey drink because I think whiskey's probably the manliest of all the alcohols. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Whiskey, leave the bottle.
What's the
what they drink.
least manly of alcohols?
Midori.
What the fuck is Midori? I honestly don't know what that is.
It's green. Usually get it in some kind of Midori sour, and people complain that there's no alcohol in it. But if you wanted to drink with alcohol, you should have ordered a whiskey.
Midori.
Midori, yes.
I'm talking like rum, vodka, whiskey,
Oh,
gin.
so the top,
like the top tier, like
the top tree.
spirits. Like I would say vodka is probably the least manly drink. Unless you live in Silver Lake, California, and then vodka, like, oh yeah, trendy vodka drinks.
Well, the Russians, it has sustained the Russian people for.
That's different. That's
forever. I see. Okay. All right.
There's zero whiskey in Russia.
So here in the land of plenty in the USA, the most manly drink obviously is whiskey, but the least manly drink, as far as spirit.
I'd say vodka. I'm gonna have to say vodka is like the least manly drink. Like if you're a man and you want to have a manly drink, if you go, I want to have whiskey on the rocks. Guys are gonna go, wow, that's pretty sweet.
I'm gonna have to say gin.
Gin? Gin and tonic though?
A gin and tonic.
Dude, hold on a second.
That's
sipping
country
on gin
club.
and juice, laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Come
I
on.
might have some beef with Snoop.
Snoop drinks gin. You're gonna tell Snoop to his face while you're smoking 15 blunts, trying to outsmoke him that gin is not manly.
I'm sorry, Snoop, but
he's gonna go. He's gonna go, motherfucker! I'm gonna punch you in the face. But his punch is gonna be like 2 miles an hour, like.
I'll slowly duck it.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So on this podcast, people, we want to let you know what we're going to talk about. I mean, we're going to talk about dumb shit all the time. That's just a given. But we're going to talk about a lot of different topics. I mean, a potpourri of topics, if you will. Sports, a lot of sports, because me and TS love hockey. We love basketball, football, everything, baseball. We love the Dodgers. We love the Kings and the Bills and the Sabres. Lakers. We just love a lot of sports. So we're going to talk about sports and obviously music, me being the drummer of Goldfinger, me being the drummer of Rock Karaoke, and being involved in a lot of other musical projects. I love music so much and involved in music. TS has a rich musical history living in Buffalo and the hardcore scene, the punk scene. He's been around as long as I have and knows the history and everything I know. So we're going to talk to a lot of musicians. We're going to talk to some athletes. We're going to talk pop culture, what's going on in the world, what's kind of ridiculous, what's kind of silly, what's hilarious, a little bit of politics, as mentioned earlier when TS talked about the marijuana legislation that's being the battle that's happening in California to try to get recreational marijuana legal. Those kind of topics. We're gonna talk about a lot of dumb shit. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna cry. We're gonna cry. TS. We're probably gonna hold hands at some point and cry. I'm gonna tell you that I was molested at some point, which will be a lie. But you won't remember that the first podcast. And I'm gonna say, TS, I was molested, and you're gonna hug me, and we're gonna cry.
We'll cry it out. We'll hug it out. We'll cry it out. It'll be very supportive. And then if you tell me it's not true, I will feel cheated.
But you won't remember. I'll tell you on like the 15th podcast, and then you'll be like, I didn't know that would happen to you, Darrin. Give me a hug, and I'll cry, like I'll fake cry, and I'll be like laughing inside. You'll be thinking, poor Darrin, oh my God, this is terrible. And I'll be like reeling you in like a fish. Yeah, but we'll talk about dumb shit like this. But one thing I do want to talk about, which was brought recently up in a lot of sports websites, a lot of sports talk radio, was Hall of Fame. And if the Hall of Fame should determine whether or not a person is eligible for that particular Hall of Fame based on their off-field or off-ice or off-court activities. For example, Terrell Owens from... he played for a million teams, and he's number 2 in a lot of categories. He's a great receiver. He's Hall of Fame bound for sure. But do you think, because he acted like a jerk and was a fool for the most part, do you think he deserves to be on the first ballot, or do you think it might take him some time to get in based on his off-field antics?
His off-field antics weren't as bad as some people, but
him crying when people attacked Romo, him working out in his driveway with his shirt off on like a day when it's 95 degrees and everyone was sweating, like him putting the football in the center of the field in Dallas, and then the guy coming and tackling him, like that was kind of silly.
It is a little silly, but
the popcorn when he pulled the Sharpie out of the goalpost and signed the football.
Those things make football more interesting and give people a personality. As far as keeping him out of the Hall of Fame, and it's going to take him a minute to get in.
Dude, O.J. Simpson the rest of his murdered attitude. Somebody. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Can you pull somebody out of the Hall of Fame? When was he inducted?
You could. I don't know, in the 70s or 80s.
This is long before the O.J. murder trial and the kidnapping trial.
Yeah. But he's still in. If you go to the Hall of Fame, the Football Hall of Fame, he's there, O.J. Simpson.
Is it possible to remove somebody? We might need to look into this.
They could. I suppose they could if they wanted to, but they didn't. They didn't remove him.
Should we start a petition?
How many people in sports have murdered somebody? I mean, probably at least one in every sport.
How many got away with it?
We'll never know. maybe Terrell got away with it. Who knows? But I think he'll find his way in. I do.
Eventually, he will be inducted. Not this year, maybe not next year.
Here's how I see it. I think a guy should be in the Hall of Fame based on how incredible of a athlete he was. I don't care if he acted the fool. I don't care if he got arrested or did some dumb shit and spent some time in jail. I mean, varying degrees, But I think if you were an amazing athlete on the field or on the ice or on the court or on the ball in the ballpark, you should be in the Hall of Fame. Because you're in the Baseball Hall of Fame, the Football Hall of Fame, the Hockey Hall of Fame, the Football Hall of Fame, for what you did on those particular fields, not for what you did in the club, or if you got arrested for having a gun or smoking weed or getting into a fight with somebody.
Well, let's say I take my kids to the Hall of Fame, and we go by the OJ exhibit, and they're like, "Dad, who's that guy? We saw him on the news." Like, yeah, he was a great football player, but what you heard on the news, yeah, that's true too. But here you are, kids. Welcome to the Football Hall of Fame.
Look how great he was as a running back. He really knew how to run the football.
He could really run like nobody.
O.J. Simpson did two things great. He ran the football for touchdowns, and he murdered. Like, he did two things really good. Allegedly.
Yes.
That's another thing.
Asterisk.
That word is so powerful to us. Like, allegedly. I could say anything about anybody. I could say the president of the United States is a
Allegedly.
I can say anything as long as you put allegedly before or after it. Because then people come after you like, oh, what did you hear that this person did this? Well, allegedly, I heard it in a news report, in a podcast. I heard it on a TV. Allegedly, this person did some shitty shit. Shitty shit. That's funny. Well, it's the Dangerous Darrin podcast. Yes, I want to play some music, and then I want to talk about some dirty things.
All right.
After we play the tune.
I'm in. I'm totally in for anything dirty.
I know you are. And you're not even German. You're Italian. I'm German. We're dirty.
Yes,
I'm Polish, which is like the strangest, weirdest mix ever.
I've been to both places. It's a
You've been to Poland and to Germany?
A deep, dark world.
If you had to pick one, which one would you pick? Germany or Poland?
I think I'd hang out in Germany.
I like Poland for sure.
Warsaw.
Yeah, just Poland in general. I mean, you've toured a lot. By the way, TS has toured the world with a multitude of bands, big famous bands too, working as part of the tour production. And you've seen a lot of cool things. You've toured with Rancid, you've toured with Sick of It All, you toured with Gwen Stefani, you toured with No Doubt. I think you worked with Social Distortion for a while. You worked with you worked with a billion bands. I don't remember all of them, but you worked with a lot of bands, and you've been around the world. Germany is pretty gross. And I'm German, right? So, and I love Germany, but it's just not a colorful city, and the girls are not that attractive. Then you go one country over to the east, and you go into Poland, and they become supermodels. The girls in Poland are fucking hot. One country over into Russia, they're even hotter. But Germany is just like this. Like if you look at the map of Europe, and you got Spain, you got France, Portugal, Germany, Poland, Russia, like going west to east or east to west. Germany is like in the middle.
There's so many places to play, venues to play in Germany.
I'm talking about hot girls right now, TS. I'm not talking about stupid
hold on,
venues.
we're gonna bring this back around.
Okay, all right.
That you spend weeks at a time in Germany.
Yeah,
weeks. So by the time you're done, and you go to the east and you go to the west, all of the women just look that much better because you've spent so much time in Germany, in the squats, in the clubs. It's gray, it's dark, you're eating doner kebab late at night, and the women, they're just not that friendly.
Mm-hmm.
They're not friendly. They come up, they want to. They talk shit to you. Yes, I'm talking about. Let's bring this back around. I'm talking about Germany. Germany okay. Specifically. Yeah. Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
Where
I'm going is the girls in Germany. The girls in Germany just are not attractive girls. The girls in France, which is one country to the west, are hot. The girls in I'm sorry, I take that back. France is one country to the west, and then Spain, and then Portugal. They're all gorgeous right there, but not as gorgeous as the east. If you go to the east of Germany and you get into Poland and or Russia, they're like literally supermodel hot. It's ridiculous. I can't wrap my head around it. We were in Germany, and then we got into a bus and we went to Warsaw and played at Poland. Then we went to Katowice and played another Poland festival. And all the girls were like, "Hey, we make party tonight. We go to a hotel room and make party with you tonight at the hotel." And I'm like, I just came in my pants because you're so gorgeous. So can you give me like 20 minutes? Like, I'll be right with you. That it was smoking hot, ridiculous. I just don't know why Germany got the ass end of the hot girls. All the countries to the left, which is to the west, are gross. Or I'm sorry, are hot. All the girls to the east, Poland and Russia, are hot. Shit, even the girls to the south. If you go into like Vienna, like Austria, Italy, Switzerland, if you go to the south, they're hot too. Not as hot as Poland and Russia, but they're pretty hot. Why is Germany, shit, even Denmark, even the girls north of Germany are hot? How come Germany is the hellhole of hot chicks?
It might be all of the sausage. It might be all
the
pork.
It's too much sausage.
It's too much sausage.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. Let's play some music.
All right, let's do that.
Here's a band that plays in the Southlands of Southern California. They're from Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach area. and they are called Life. And I found these guys at a club. I just saw them play, and I fell in love with them. And once I get my U.S. record label up and running, I'm going to sign this band in 2 seconds. They are incredible. They are called Life. This is a song called Kids. It's a band called Life. It's right here on the Dangerous Darrin podcast. A song called Kids by a band from Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach area called Life. Great kids, great band. Love them. Want to help them out as much as I can. I'm going to sign them. I swear to God, TS, I fucking going to sign that band as soon as I get the cash.
I love that song.
It's good. It's a good song. And the video is even better. And they're good-looking kids, and they're a great live band. And when you look them up online, lifemusic.com. Just Google it. It'll come right up. Just like boners. It'll come right up.
Pop up. At your fingertips.
Fingertips and boners in the same sentence. These jokes just write themselves. It's great. So, TS, I woke up a couple days ago and I had a fucking crazy itch in my crotch.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
And I was laying in bed. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, God, do I have an STD?
Wow.
Well, I've been busy lately with the ladies. You know, Tinder is a wonderful thing.
There's apps for that.
It's called Tinder.
Yes.
Yeah. And I've been using it, and so I've been a bit of a slut lately. I'm gonna admit it. I have not been safe as I'd like to be, And I woke up and I rushed to the bathroom and I looked in the mirror and it was nothing. Everything was fine. I went to the doctor. Everything was okay. But it scared me a little bit, because I'm going to self-disclose right now. I'm just going to throw it out into the world. I've had crabs. I've had crabs in Buffalo twice. Now, the Buffalo crabs are very, very aggressive crabs. Like the crabs in Buffalo versus the crabs in L.A. are two different sets of crabs. So like crabs in Buffalo, like, what do you want, motherfucker? I'll fucking cut you. Give me your money. Let me take your car. But the crabs in L.A. are like, yo, dude. They got Ray-Bans on. It's like,
yeah, can I just kick it here for a while, bro?
Yeah, can I just surf? And can I borrow $1, bro? What's up, bro? Shaka, bro. The crabs are like, shaka, bro. The crabs in Buffalo will cut you. They will cut you and they'll take your car and fuck your girl. Like they are gnarly. So I had crabs twice in Buffalo and I got rid of them and everything's okay. But since then I've been relatively safe. But lately, maybe not so much. And I'm thinking I might have, picked something up, but I didn't. And everything was like a whoosh, moment in my life.
Is there a trip to the free clinic in your future?
Well, there was.
There was,
and everything's fine. I'm good. I'm in the clear, thank God. And but I'm thinking like, what do you think is like the worst STD? Like besides AIDS, because I think AIDS is like the Super Bowl of STDs. And like you just
the World Series.
It's the World Series. It's the Stanley Cup Finals of STDs. You are going to die. You are guaranteed to die. Period. Whereas if you get another STD, there's the chance of dying is slim as long as you get it taken care of by a doctor and get a shot or take a pill or do whatever you got to do. What do you think's the worst STD in your opinion?
I'm going to have to say herpes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to say herpes.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Is it because it lasts forever and you can't ever get rid of it?
It is forever, although you can't control it.
There's drugs for it, right?
There are.
What do you take for yours?
Well,
awkward silence.
It's a well-known fact that there are 500,000 to 1 million new cases of herpes every year, and
fuck, that's insane.
It's crazy. And being in Los Angeles, a city of more diseased people, allegedly.
We'll see the billboards when you drive around the city. They're everywhere.
Syphilis, it will kill you.
It started with a simple kiss.
How did it end up like this?
And now it hurts when I take a piss.
It was only a kiss. The Killers. But, yeah, man, I think herpes would be pretty brutal because you can't just get rid of it. You can't take a pill. You can't get a shot. You can't go to the doctor. Like, it's just like he will look at you and say, you're fucked. It's going to prop up. It's going to come back down. It's going to pop up. It's going to come back down. Control it.
And it's only going to come out when you're super stressed. So that's a plus.
So just don't stay stressed and you can have all the sex you want.
Yeah, it's totally cool.
Syphilis is up there. I'd have to think that chlamydia, a.k.a. the clap, would be in there as well. Genital warts are in the mix. HPV, which you can get in fucking hot tubs. Like, it's so disgusting.
Anywhere. AKA genital warts.
Yeah, I mentioned genital warts. That's disgusting.
HPV infects about 6 million men and women every year, making it one of the top 3 worst STDs of all time.
In the world or in the U.S.?
I'd have to check that. But in my country, it's bad.
Italy? What's your country?
I'm sure it's bad everywhere, but
so I guess the number one. You know what? I got a great idea. Why don't we ask Cinnamon? This girl I know. She's an LA hooker. I know her a little bit. I won't know.
Well,
I won't tell you why or how.
Let's give her a call.
Let's give her a call. Let's call Cinnamon.
Do you have her on speed dial?
I do. Hold on. Hold on.
All right.
Hello, Cinnamon. Are you there?
Hello?
Cinnamon, what's up, girl? How you doing? It's Darrin.
Who's this?
It's Darrin, Dangerous Darrin Pfeiffer. It's been a while. I haven't talked to you in a while, but I've been really busy, doing recordings and whatnot, and I haven't come to see you in a while. But how you been?
Hey, baby, how are you?
You shouldn't call me baby because you call a lot of guys baby.
I call all men baby.
Aw, baby, that's so sweet. We're joined here by TS on the Dangerous Darrin podcast. How you doing? You feeling good? Where are you right now?
I don't know. I lost track a little while ago. I don't know where I am now.
Well, last time I saw you, you were in Santa Monica, but some of the other girls there were telling me that you might have moved to Sunset. Where are you?
Sunset? That sounds about right. I think I was on Sunset.
So are you on the streets right now, or are you home? Where are you?
I'm in a doorway somewhere.
A fucking doorway? You're in a doorway?
I'm in a doorway. Like, there's a door on a stoop. There's a stoop.
Are you finishing up a trick, or are you going into a trick, or are you retiring?
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the next one to come along, you know?
So are doorways like a hot place to pick up new tricks, new Johns?
No, not doorways. The stoop.
A stoop. So like you're just sitting on
Yeah, you gotta sit on the stoop. Yeah, you gotta sit on the stoop and like, look hot.
So when you're sitting on the stoop, are you like opening your legs and showing off the goods?
Yeah, a little bit. You gotta show off the goods if you want to sell them.
Oh, Cinnamon, I miss you. It's been a long time since we had some fun in the backseat of my car.
We have a lot of fun in the backseat of your car.
We did. We had a lot of fun. I remember never mind. We won't go into it. But me and TS were talking about something, and we wanted to ask your expertise. You being a veteran LA hooker, Cinnamon, we wanted to ask you about STDs, and me and TS were talking, and he said he never had an STD. Just between me and you, Cinnamon, I don't believe him, but he says he hasn't had an STD. I've had crabs a couple times, which is more of an infestation. It's not necessarily a disease.
Crabs, that doesn't count. That's for babies.
Well, that's for babies.
That's a junior. That's a rookie. That's a rookie STD.
As a matter of fact, crabs, aka pubic lice, are the fourth most common STD in the U.S. It infects about 3 million people a year. But due to the Brazilian wax, the crab has become nearly extinct.
Oh my God! Hey, Cinnamon, I don't quite remember. Are you shaved or waxed? I don't remember. What is it?
I keep that shit clean.
So she's good. Yes.
So
Cinnamon's good. She's all right.
She's partially responsible for the crab, aka pubic lice, going extinct, which is a good thing.
I like to do my part.
So,
you know?
I don't want to be rude, baby, because listen, I love you, and we've had some good times together. Remember that time we were in Tijuana? Actually, we'll get to that in a minute. But do you remember? You must have had a few STDs. What's the worst one ever? You think?
Worst one? Well, they're all worth it in the end, I think. But maybe the clap.
So that's gonorrhea, right?
Sure. I don't know. I can't keep them straight.
Gonorrhea is sexually transmitted disease commonly known as a bacteria infection, one of the most infectious diseases known to man. It is the 5th most common STD.
Okay, so gonorrhea is 5th behind, right after crabs. So I suppose that herpes is up there, AIDS is up there, TS.
AIDS is actually number 2.
What's number 1?
Number 1 is syphilis.
Syphilis. Hey, Cinnamon, have you ever had syphilis?
That's a good one, yeah.
Have you had syphilis?
I think I had that once or twice.
So when you have these diseases, I guess you just got to go to the clinic and get a couple shots and get a couple pills, and then boom, you're back in business. Is that like?
It's not like you take time off. You just take those pills and keep on going. You got to work.
Yeah. Is it like getting
I can't take time off.
Is it like getting a new air filter? You just go to the mechanic and put a new air filter in, and you're out in 5 minutes?
Air filter? I don't know what you're talking. Are you talking about blowjobs?
Oh, Cinnamon. Hey, when am I going to see you again? I miss you.
I can't wait. I'm right here on the stoop, baby. You come get me.
So you said you were on Sunset, or is it Sunset or Santa Monica? Because I'm free tonight. So where are you?
Somewhere in Sunset and Santa Monica.
Oh, Sunset and Santa Monica are two separate streets. I need to know exactly where you are.
I'm watching the sunset on Santa Monica, I think.
Okay, listen, I'm going to drive around. I'm going to keep beeping my horn. And when you hear a car beeping its horn, crazy, just go, Darrin! And I'll know it's you.
I'll get off my stoop. I'll get up off my stoop for you.
And what are you wearing? How will I know what you're wearing?
I'm wearing my usual. I got my leopard print tiny dress on.
Oh, yeah.
TS says, oh, yeah. So I think we're going to be in business. Hey, is it okay if I bring TS?
I was hoping you would.
Oh, you hear that, TS? You're in. You're like Flynn.
I just have one question.
Okay, one more question.
What is the best course of action if you have a small penis?
TS wants to know what's the best course of action if you have a small penis.
For what?
Yeah, TS. Like, be more
Best
specific.
course of action for what?
Like, for sex?
Of course.
Like to get laid? How are you getting laid? Is that what you're asking? How are you going to get laid with a tiny dick?
Well, I'm asking a prostitute. Let's just say.
You can pay for it. That's probably the best way. Just pay for it. You come, I'll take care of you.
Aw, Cinnamon. You've always taken care of all my friends. You're so
I even give you a discount.
Aww.
The small dick discount.
Cinnamon, I got to know, before I come see you, are you clean right now? Like, are you totally clean?
I'm clean enough.
Oh, my God. What?
Well,
I mean,
for someone like
right,
Darrin,
I
that's
don't-
probably good.
that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. I'll see you in about an
You'll
hour.
love it.
I'll be the guy driving the Honda, beeping the horn really loud. So when you see me, just wave your hands. I'll look for the girl in the leopard print, and we'll be good to go.
On the stoop.
And
Yeah,
we'll go to
leopard print on
Jumbo's.
the
We'll go to Jumbo's Clown Room. We'll have a couple drinks. We'll see some really, really, really old hookers or strippers, and just have a good time. It'll be fun.
Great. We'll have some tiny cock. It'll be awesome.
Well, if TS is there, it'll be a tiny cock. But you know me, I'm down with OPP. All right, baby. I gotta go. I'll call you
I
back.
can't wait. You can't wait to see you, baby.
All right, honey bunny. See you soon. God, I love talking to her. She's so nice.
What a real sweetheart. A real giver.
She's an American gem. She's a Los Angeles flower. That's what she is.
She provides a service that everybody needs, like the Red Cross.
Do you know what she drives? She drives a Mercedes.
I wish I drove a Mercedes.
She fucking drives a Mercedes E-Class, bro. She's a sweet gal. I love you, Cinnamon. You know I'm just talking shit. And if you're listening, God bless your soul. Oh my God, I totally forgot. Holy fuck, TS. I forgot to mention our sponsor.
Who is it this week?
This week, I got to give a shout out to Smiling Sam and Sons Linoleum and Carpet Emporium in beautiful downtown Jacksonville, Florida. Have you ever been to Jacksonville?
I have been to Jacksonville.
Have
and
you been to Smiling Sam's and Sons Linoleum and Carpet Emporium?
Yes, they
No,
put
you haven't, you
linoleum.
fucking liar. You've never been to Smiling Sam's.
I've been to Smilin' Sam's. They put carpet and linoleum throughout my whole condo in Jacksonville, Florida.
I didn't know you had a condo in Jacksonville, Florida.
I do. That's where I spend my winters because it's so harsh here in California.
Oh, it's pretty brutal. Yeah, Jacksonville's a place to be. Jesus Christ, I didn't know. I thought you didn't. I like to thank Smiling Sam's. They brought us some linoleum. They brought us some carpet. And little known fact about Smiling Sam's and Sons Linoleum and Carpet Emporium in Jacksonville, Florida, is they do a goddamn really good edamame. When I got them on the phone, they were telling me about all the linoleum and all the carpet. And they're like, by the way, people come to us and they love our edamame. I'm like, why the hell do you have edamame? Like, you're a carpet and linoleum place. They're like, well, we do edamame. So I went there. I tried their edamame, and holy crap, fucking good, man. They got miso soup too, but like the edamame is just amazing.
It is fabulous. They do a great job at microwaving their edamame.
Yeah, so yeah, I think they get it from like Trader Joe's. But a big shout out to Smiling Sam and Sons Linoleum and Carpet Emporium in Jacksonville. You're in Jacksonville and you need linoleum and or carpet and or edamame or miso soup, hit them up. They will take very good care of you. Coming up next week, we have absolutely no idea what we're going to have on the show, but I guarantee it's going to be entertaining. We will have at least one interview, TS. This was the only podcast, as far as the Dangerous Darrin podcast, that has not had an interview, but I want to interview athletes, musicians, skateboarders, pop culture figures, politicians, whoever, and hookers. I just want to get them on the phone and talk about life and shoot the shit with people. It's going to be fun.
We should get down with the people.
We should
get down with the people.
We should get down with the people. We should get down and dirty with the people. We should sleep in the streets one night. We should have a homeless guy on one night. It'll be great.
I might just sleep outside the studio. That's probably as far as I'm going to go.
Well, the parking lot in the studio is actually really nice, so you're not really slumming it that hard. So, if you really want to slum it, let's go to Compton at 1:30 in the morning, and then
Pitch a little tent, get some 40s, Get out the chessboard.
I would totally do that. That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Let's do it.
Urban.
Let's do it. Let's do our second, third, or fourth, or never podcast from. Oh, you're getting a text from Cinnamon, I think.
Oh, baby, I'll be right out.
I gave her your number, by the way.
I appreciate that.
You're screwed. Like literally and figuratively, like you're screwed because Cinnamon's her appetite's insatiable.
Probably gonna get at least 2 of the 3 of the top 10.
The top 5 STDs. Yeah, hopefully not the big one, the Super Bowl. So let's stay away from that one. TS, thanks for joining me, man. It's going to be a lot of fun here every week on this podcast, on the Dangerous Darrin podcast. A big shout out to Smiling Sam's Sons and Linoleum and Carpet Emporium. A big shout out to what are we drinking here? This is Canadian Club whiskey and ginger ale. A big shout out to that. A big shout out to Life, great rock band from Southern California in the Bay Area and the Hermosa Beach area. Check them out at www.lifemusic.com. And we'll have more music. We'll have more entertainment. We'll have more fun and games on the Dangerous Darrin podcast. See you all next week. Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.